Hey guys, welcome to Mommy Loi in Tech. And for today, I'm gonna show you how to easily post in HubSpot with your social media post. So HubSpot is a well-known all-in-one platform, but particularly it's very popular as a customer relationship management tool. However, since it is a all-in-one platform, you can also use it in your social media marketing by using it to schedule your social media post. What you are seeing here is the marketing feature of HubSpot, and under it there's social. Sorry guys ha, may sakit ako kaya ubo-ubo to the max ako. And you can see here, this is a client's social media scheduler, and across all platforms we schedule their social media post, and we call that as an omni-channel approach in social media marketing. What's good in HubSpot, you can easily also listen to what is going on your social media accounts. You can read and reply to people who comments on your post by going here on listen. So there. So if ever your account has been mentioned, like someone, for example, a user got really excited and was happy with your services, and they mention you in their social media post, then they can do so and you will be notified here. Okay, you can even track some important keywords relevant to your target audience or to your niche. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a beta testing of, or beta phase of understanding what your customers put in the comment section of your social media posts when they're mentions you, or if they repost your content. Okay, and there's also here a tab for analyze, which stands for the insights, the stats, the metrics, what's going on with your post, how many people are seeing your post. So here you can see per account, per social media channel, the audience size. Okay, how many people are following you in certain channels. Like in LinkedIn, we have 1,500 plus followers. It can also give you insights on your published posts. How many posts have you published so far for each of those platforms? As well as interactions. So as you can see here, we have a lot of interactions in LinkedIn compared to the other platforms. And should you have links on your social media captions, you can also see how many people clicks on those links, how many people share your post, and how many have seen your post. Sessions are a metric also in HubSpot that shows the number of website sessions on your website. So if people go to your website, how long do they go there? How long do they linger on your website? Contacts are, so this is the number of new contacts created in HubSpot as a result of those website sessions, driven by your social media posts within a selected period. So recently I also added YouTube on this HubSpot so that I could also post some social media content in YouTube. I could see the watch time. Normally they are of course videos, so I would see how many people or how long is the duration of the video that has been watched, how many views does it has taken, how many interacted to that video, and how many actually subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, what's most interesting, and I guess this is one of the most important stats and insights you can get from HubSpot, is how many people get to see your posts, how many clicks, impressions, and shares. Kind of summarizes it in here, as you can see. So you can see the top performing post of your social media content. And once you know the top performing post, then you get to create more of those kind of posts rather than the non-top performing post. So let's go and schedule a post in our HubSpot. So let's go back to manage. And up here at the upper right corner, you can see compare social posts. Okay, you're gonna compare the performances of your social media posts across all social media channels that you have. You can schedule in bulk, by the way. And here is a single post scheduling. If you want to see it as a list where you could see how many got published, how many is currently scheduled, if there are any of your social media posts that got some errors, you could also see that in here, and how many are in draft status. So these ones, we don't need it anymore, so I guess we could just delete this. So select them both and delete. There's also a calendar view up here where you could see my cursor is at. This is how I would like to see my content. So as you can see, I need to fill in this August 25, week of August 25. We normally just post 3 social media posts per week. So I'm gonna select one date, which is August 27. And you can customize the caption for each of the platforms. So let's go first on Facebook. So from your social media tool like Excel or Trello, you can just simply copy paste your caption in here. Of course, make sure that there are you have reviewed every words and links in there. And I highly suggest that you actually, HubSpot already has a tracking tool in itself. You don't need to put a UTM parameter. It already tracks what's who gets to click your social media posts and links. But I guess it has been a habit of ours that whenever we put a caption and a link to a caption, we usually run it through the Google Sheet that we have where we put UTM parameters. On another video, I will show you what UTM parameters are, why do we need to track these links going to our website, and how do we do it? How do we analyze it? Should we get the data coming from the UTM parameters? Now, what I like best in HubSpot is that whenever I have hashtag, I could save it in here. So there's a manage hashtag portion, and if in the previous post I've already saved some, I can again use them if I want to by clicking those hashtags in here, like so. And then just click back here on the caption sections. Okay. And you can add more of those hashtags, and you can even organize it in such a way that you know which hashtags to use for Facebook, which ones to use for Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and other social media channels. Here, there's also an emoji tool where you can insert emojis. If you want to attach certain content, you can also do so. And of course, you can also use AI to help you with your captionings. So just what like I have mentioned earlier, we normally put a link that has already been populated by UTM parameters so that we could analyze them further using Google Analytics. So if you just place your links in there, normally it will retrieve any featured image of your blog post. And we don't want that because it doesn't, or sometimes, and most of the times, it would just simply fit on the social media channel. But you can see right up here on the right side corner if the image is just working fine. So in this example, I just used the featured image of that particular blog, which is this one. Okay, but you can also opt to just upload an image or a video if you want to. And to do that, you can simply delete this media section here. Okay, let's try to delete that. And we can select an image or select a video if we want to. Okay, so remember I am posting for Facebook. So let's use our own image. So for this particular Facebook post, I would be using an image. So I would just click on select image. And as you can see here on the right side, you could click on upload to upload the image that you have created in Canva. And you just wait for it to get fully uploaded. And once you see this insert files got really orange colored, that's your indication that you can already insert that particular image to your Facebook post. There. And like I said earlier, this side here, the right side, kind of show you what it would look like should it gets published onto your social media channel. So see, it's really pretty. Now, you would see here a Facebook first comment. There's a ruling in social media that once you got your post published, within an hour, people should be engaging on it so that the platform itself would boost it organically to your target audience. That is why whenever we have this published social media posts, we notify everyone to engage to it. Either they like the post, they comment on it, or they share it. So luckily in HubSpot, we are given the opportunity to immediately put a first comment, which kind of helps that period within an hour you get to comment on your own social media post. So we're gonna use ChatGPT to think of a appropriate and more aligned Facebook first comment with this post. So here is our Facebook first comment. I will just copy paste it in there. Okay. So once people get to see this published post, automatically they will also get to see and read this first comment. Now you can simply select the date where you want this particular social media post gets published on Facebook, and you can also select the time. Okay, so by default we have 11, 2, and 4 o'clock, and I normally post this one at 11 which is this is already in the time zone of our client, UTC -4. Okay. You can even customize your audience, by the way, as you can see here, but I normally just use public audience, so it gets to be shown to everyone who can see our account. For the custom audience, you need to be very specific. You have to specify who will see your post, and that will be time consuming if we do that. So we just use this public audience in here. And now if this particular social media post is under a certain marketing campaign, you can even select the marketing campaign right up here. Okay. So you would see that we have successfully prepared the caption, the hashtag, the graphics, and the first comment. And you will no longer see that red dot as you can see here in Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. That indicates that you still need to do something under that social media account. So let's go to Instagram. Okay. And with this, we have to tweak a little bit the words or the blurbs in your caption so that it's more aligned for an Instagram post. Okay. So it did tweak a bit my caption. I don't like using so much emoji on my social media captions, so as much as possible, only those that needs bullet points. Those are the ones that I use the emojis for. But for the rest, I try to avoid using them. Simply because it's too much emoji, and as you can see, there's so many emojis already. Now, since this is for Instagram, we cannot put our links in here. We can only say to the audience that they could simply go to our bio to look for the link. And similarly, like I mentioned earlier, you can also, again, use your hashtags that you have saved, such as this one here. And you can add as much as 30 hashtags for Instagram. And then again, you need to select an image or a video. And as you can see, you will be asked what type of content this will be. Is this a regular post, a reels, or a story? Because if it's a story, you don't have to put any caption. And like Facebook, you can also put your first comment. You can even identify your location so that it's targeted. Normally, restaurants and other establishments with physical store, those are the perfect ones that can use locations. And then down here, you would select the date and time you want this post to get published. And you also gonna select which campaign this particular post pertains to. Now, be mindful of the dimensions of your graphics and videos. Facebook layout and dimensions of the graphics and video is different from that of Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Each platform needs to follow the dimension or the sizing of the graphics and the video. So I will again upload the image that I have downloaded from Canva. You see, it's different dimension, or the size is different from that of the Facebook image that I used earlier. It's a bit bigger. It's more like a rectangular in shape rather than perfect square. And of course, we're gonna put our first comment in here. We won't put any location simply because we are targeting all states and all locations in the US. So I will just leave this blank. But the date and time, we will follow what was used in Facebook. But as you analyze each platform, you have to identify what date and time your audience in that specific social media platform is the most active. So if upon your analysis of your report, you found out that your audience are more active during Fridays at 3 p.m., then use that whenever you schedule your posts. So the Instagram one is already good. Let's jump on to Twitter. Now, each of the platform has a specific only characters or character limit. So for Twitter, we can only put 280 character caption. So the ones that we use for Facebook and Instagram won't fit because it's too long. You have to shorten it so that it will only be just 280 characters. So I was able to shorten it a bit, as you can see here. It's almost about 280 characters. I still have about 27 characters left to use, but I won't use it anymore. This is already okay. And as you can see, I'm just gonna use the image coming from the blog post because it fits perfectly in Twitter. And then of course, we're gonna put a first comment reply. So it's all done here. We have the caption, we have the image coming from the blog post, and now we can head on to posting or scheduling our LinkedIn post. Now for LinkedIn, there are two accounts in there. One is for the LinkedIn company page, and the other is for the LinkedIn of our co-founder. Okay. So we have to place two. One for the LinkedIn company page, and another one for the personal LinkedIn account of our co-founder. I also have my own image for this LinkedIn post. Okay, I will use that image instead of the blog featured image. Oh, there is a new algorithm tricks or like a rule in LinkedIn that whenever you put a social media caption, do not yet put your links on the social media caption section, but rather put them as your first comment. Or you can simply ask people to engage or to ask their thoughts on your post to get more engagement and action from your readers. So it means that LinkedIn favors those social media posts that do not lead people away from LinkedIn. So as much as possible, do not put your links on your social media caption when it comes to LinkedIn. What you're gonna do is to drive people to engage, like comment, for example, into your social media post. The more engagement, the better. So the more people are engaging, commenting, sharing, liking your post in LinkedIn, the better. Okay? So your goal is not to make people go to your website. It's better if you have like newsletter within LinkedIn. You can drive people to your newsletter instead of driving them into your website. And actually, when you write a newsletter on LinkedIn, that's your opportunity to embed your website links. So still you can drive people to your website, but do not drive people to your website right there in your social media caption, because LinkedIn won't favor that. Okay. So as you can see here, I just place here to read the first comment for more information. So that's where we're gonna put the link to the blog post. So as you can see here in my first comment, I still put the first comment similar to what I have placed in the other social media platform, and then I added a shortened link of our blog post. This is in the comment section, not on the caption. Okay, so now that I have this, I could just simply copy that and paste it onto the co-founder's LinkedIn profile. If the image is already in here, you don't have to upload it. You just simply look for the image. So this one is for the LinkedIn. So this is the one that I'm gonna insert. And of course, I will just copy whatever is the first comment that I use in here. Okay. And right here, you can simply review the post, how it would look like. Here, this is the LinkedIn company page, and this is the LinkedIn of our co-founder or the client, and there you go. Okay, so all of your social media accounts are in here. So this is for Twitter, the other two is for LinkedIn, this is for Instagram, as you can see here, and this is for Facebook. Okay, you can also put a social media post for YouTube. However, for YouTube, it will require you to use a video format. So instead of putting it in here in this batch, I would create a separate YouTube video and social media post for that. The same thing for Facebook and Instagram stories. I will place them on a separate social media post. I won't put them together in this batch of social media posts. So I'm happy with how the social media caption, hashtag, and the graphics went. We're gonna be publishing this like this. So right at the top, at the upper right corner, you will see this review and schedule button. You simply click on that, and again, review the social media post. If you're happy with how it would look like on your platform, then you can finalize it by clicking this schedule button found on the lower right corner of your screen. Okay, so there. You're all set. Your post has been scheduled. So that should go on August 27. So our next post will be for August 29. Okay, so like I said, for this particular client, we only schedule posts for 3 days in each week. So one for Monday, one for Wednesday, and one for Friday. Okay. So there you go. That's how easy it is to schedule social media posts in HubSpot. Okay. Wait for another video where I would be showing you how to schedule similar posts using Metricool. But for now, do not forget to like and subscribe, and please do let me know from which country you came from in the comment section of this video. And if you have a special request of any tech video that you would like me to create for you, then leave a comment for that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and till next video. Bye for now.